Hey, you like to party on the airwaves? Or maybe on the visual waves as well? Well, you can party here on Last Week This Week with your boy Clayton Hill. Yeah! I'm pumped. I'm amped. We are back, baby. And like I said, a lot to catch up on. First, though, insignificant news. Just little things going on with me. Watched John Wick last night. Oh yeah. I'm there on every John Wick movie. You know, I thought about not watching it at home. It was something I wanted to catch in the theater. I said, Clayton, you've had plenty of time to catch it in the theater. You watch it now. And we did, man. And bodies are flying. I don't want to give any spoiler alerts, but there's an overhead. First of all, slow burn. It's a 3-hour movie. Takes like an hour to get into it. Just come on. I'm ready for the bodies to be flying. That's why we all turned it on. That's why we all came to the theater. Why we all bought it or rented it on Amazon. Plug. Pay me, Amazon. This overhead shot in this house that he's going through, and he's just lighting people. It's like a video game, man. That's why I love these. It's not even a trilogy anymore. It's John Wick 4. We're past it. It's just overhead and just boom, boom, boom. Of course, he's getting shot. And of course, everybody has bulletproof, like, suit jackets, because that's a thing. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. A dog goes flying into a car. Don't worry about it. He's fine. And he's actually more pissed than ever. We're falling down stairs it seems like it's the stairs that Rocky climbed. I've got two theories. One of them, it's the stairs that Rocky climbed, and at the top, he's celebrating. Everybody knows that scene. Second one, the stairs that Ace Ventura tossed a slinky down. I mean, this thing goes on for like 30 minutes. He's fighting his way up to the top. We're getting there, and as soon as he reaches, now it's not even the top. It's like halfway through, and then his ass gets pummeled all the way down, and we got to start over. But of course, it's John Wick. It's no problem. Don't worry about it. I got 2 minutes to climb the Great Wall of China. Deal, baby. Throw me a challenge. So that was awesome, right? The next thing that I've been doing, I've had like 3 days off. This is my 4th day off in a row. We've been traveling like crazy, and I'm kind of like just recharging, resetting. All I've done is watch John Wick, and I think I'm over 20 fantasy football mock drafts, which is like drafts that don't mean anything. They're just for practice. You don't get to keep any of the players. And it is June. Only the mini camps have gone through. We're not even into like preseason or mandatory like actual practice. This is just like a little mini camp. I know nothing. Nothing is developed. There's players that haven't even signed teams. Like, all this is for nothing. Everything that I'm trying to learn or get a feel for, like, the drafts are going to change. The players are going to change. I'm just doing it for fun? Question mark? It's way too early for fantasy football. So, yeah, we just kind of been laying around, man. We've been laying around, recharging. Feels good. It feels good sometimes. Okay, cool. Things that don't matter. Got them done. Now let's catch up. Clayton, what have you been up to? What is it? June? I think the last one was like 2 months ago, maybe? What's been going on, man? Brother came in town. It was a brother blitz. 24 hours. Now, I always love when family comes to town. I like to show off the city. I don't get back home too often, but like I know home. It's rare that they get to come out here and see what's up. So I had one of my brother's family in town. Gotta love it. He flew in. I picked him up from the airport. We went straight to the golf course, had ourselves a day at the golf course. Didn't lose as many balls as I thought that I was going to. So that's a win. At this point, it's not even about the score that I get. It's just like, how many golf balls did I walk away with today? Do I have enough for maybe another time, or do I have to buy 20 more every time that I want to go play? Beautiful course up in Santa Clarita. It was the only way that we could get a golf cart. I'm not walking a golf course. So I don't care if there's a golf course 2 miles down the road from me. If you don't have golf carts and I have to walk it, I'm not going. I'm going to the town 30 minutes north. And I'm going to get a golf cart because having a golf cart is part of playing golf. I need a place to put my speaker. I need a place to put my tees. All the golf balls that I'm going to lose. A couple of adult bevies. I need... The cooler's got to go somewhere. Like, I got to load up. You know, like this is an adventure, and it's an all-day adventure. 4 or 5 hours, maybe. But I'm not walking. Like, that's not golf to me. I don't play golf to exercise. It's a social, relaxing, like personally challenging activity that I like to be involved in, but walking is not part of that. So we hit the golf course, play a full 18, and then we head down to Dodger Stadium. So Santa Clarita, all the way down to Echo Park, not close, barely made it on time for the game to start. Now, I am a Cardinals fan from Missouri, St. Louis Cardinals, root for the home team. It's a little tough this year. Terrible game. We had, I think the Cardinals reached third base maybe once, and there was 1 run scored the entire game. Thanks, Clayton Kershaw. Appreciate you, buddy. Hit up. So we went from golf to a baseball game and then had to go out on the town, right? Got to see it. We're only in town for 24 hours. So golf to baseball to West Hollywood, the heart of Los Angeles, I think. That's one of my favorite places to go. And then the dude flew out like the next morning super early when I didn't want to get up or drive him 3 blocks to the airport. But we did it anyway because it's family, baby. And you got to take care of the family. All about it. Went to Zona for a bachelor party, man. Stayed in like this mansion, a place that I would never, like, there was a good chunk of people there, so we had a lot of people to contribute to it. But I don't know if I've ever stepped foot in a house like this. It had a pool table inside. It had a pool with water outside, a jacuzzi, an outdoor grill, bocce ball. It had a putting green with like chipping places, like a little outside of the putting green so you could chip onto the putting green, which was tight. Had a back house with table tennis and these arcade games. Had a pickleball court, which pickleball's really in right now, if you haven't noticed, and I'm about it too, man. These lifetime sports are coming up and holding higher value within my life. I like things that aren't so stressful on the joints. You know, golf's like a nice, easy swing. You're good to go. The most stressful thing on your joints in golf is trying not to get run over by the golf cart that your buddy's driving. Slight jab. That's a callback. I think that might have even been last year. I haven't forgotten. Had a pickleball court. That's not as intense as tennis. You know, a little more physically like taxing than table tennis. Right? But it's not like this huge court that you have to sprint back and forth. The ball's not flying at you. I can keep up with it. I can hit it with the paddle. It's not flying. I'm not like flying it over the back of the fence or anything. It's like a wiffle ball with bigger table tennis paddles played on a smaller actual tennis court. Crazy things happening. So we got some of that going on. Some pickleball, baby. We're in it. Had a place for bags or cornhole, whichever you prefer to call it. And so the house was dope. And I'm a game guy, you know. Let's get some games going. It was great for like the afternoon when you're just kind of hanging around the house or whatever. Let's just go play some pickleball, man. Let's go jump in the pool. Let's go get that chipping green going now. So I had plenty to do there. That was awesome. What else, man? I'm staring at this. I've got some notes and I'm good. Okay. I guess I'll just dive into it now. Shower gel. Yeah. This is going to be a wacky one. We're out of rhythm. We're out of form. We're going to be jumping all over the place. I've got some beef with the people in hotels, because I've been traveling a lot lately, and hotels or Airbnbs that give me shower gel, like a body wash. Shampoo, great. Conditioner, great. Shower gel, stop. What am I supposed to, how am I supposed to cover my body with the shower gel? Because you put it on, you rub your hands together or whatever, it kind of gets lathered, but most of it's just falling out of your hands onto the shower floor. And then you're rubbing your body with your hands. So your hands are doing the scrubbing. So am I really scrubbing? And I know that I'm not. Like, the surface area, it's slippery at this point, right? I'm just rubbing skin, soap, skin. That's the combo that we have. And we know that's slippery. So it's not really lathering very well. And it's just kind of running off my body. It's there for a second and then it's not. Shower gel without a loofah is so pointless to me. It's so ridiculous. I would rather have not a disposable, but like those single use or like weekend use, smaller packets of bar soap. I understand that might be a little more difficult to keep up with, I guess, maintenance wise, but don't you have to go in and check the shower gel level anyway? Wouldn't it be easier just to like throw a handful of these soap bars and their individual packets down? Soap bar with a hand? Fine. I can feel the soap bar. I feel like the soap bar is kind of creating a friction of its own. And I feel like I'm getting clean. Shower gel with no loofah? I'm just like rolling around in slippery slime. Like I feel like I'm in a Nickelodeon, like not dunk tank, but like a slime tank. Like that's all I'm in the shower, slime's on me, and then it just gets rinsed off. I need a loofah. You have to have a loofah if you have shower gel. Okay, cool. Now I'm glad that we got that out of the way, because I was not going to be able to move on without just, that had to be addressed. Okay, cool. Back in Arizona. We're back at the bachelor party in Zona, baby. We get in the first night, we're playing some games, we're settling in, people are getting in at different times, just hanging around the house. Sweet. The second day, we get out and we play some golf, baby. Golf's got to be involved, especially in Arizona. Arizona's like the place, year-round golf, beautiful courses, got to play some golf. We're doing that. Decent game till like, I don't know, the last 3 holes, and then we're on a bachelor party, so the party kind of catches up to me a little bit, and I've lost, like, I think it was like hole 16 or something like that, where I off the tee straight into a body of water. Cool. I'm going to take my mulligan, and because this is like a hole-in-one opportunity that I'll never get, but you never know. And so I'm definitely taking my mulligan, hit it again, same spot, just a little deeper, right into the water. After that, I'm kind of like, we're here for the ride and the tunes at this point, baby. Got some golf in, headed back, did some more games and stuff, and then we're like, let's go out tonight. Let's find a place that's close by. We find Dirty Dog Saloon, baby. I looked on Yelp. I thought that there were games there, like I'm a big buck hunter kind of guy. Maybe a golden tee, maybe some darts, a pool table. Give me some entertainment going on. Basically, an arcade that you can drink at. That's my vibe. And I thought that's what was going on. We show up. And none of that is there. There's a pool table, but nothing. I think there was one of those one of those boxing guys, you know, the little boxing bag hanging down. You could swing and hit it and see how you know, absolutely weak of a man that you are. And I thought about it, but I kind of looked around and got the rest of the vibe. We are in like a biker dive bar in the middle of the desert in Arizona. It's outside of Scottsdale. It's northern Scottsdale. And they're playing like old country and stuff, which is, hey, I'm all about it, man. Playing some Kid Rock, some Nickelback, and like some Leonard Skinner and old country. I mean, we are in, this is white trash redneck heaven, which is where I thrive. And so I'm here for it. The girls are walking around. It's some kind of, man, like trucker stop, dive bar, Hooters mixer going on here at the Dirty Dog Saloon. It's like the assless, it's not assless chaps. They're like they're the booty shorts. And on the booty shorts, it says doggy style. So we know we're in for a classy experience. Having a good time. All of a sudden, ladies are up on the bar. And now we've got a Coyote Ugly thing happening. We're dancing around. Next thing, they're not on the bar. They're hanging from the rafters and swinging around. Next thing, they've got hula hoops that are lighting up. And they're hula hooping on top of the bar. It was like a full-on entertainment experience that you didn't think that you were going to get and you really didn't have to pay for. Thrown in like the shed of, if you ever drive through the country and you see somebody with just a bunch of crap in their yard, about like 6 cars and metal. I feel like it was the shed in the back of their yard if they just had a couple lights and a speaker system. And somebody said, let's put a bar here. That's where we were, man. And we did not know that the northern part of Scottsdale, Arizona was redneck like that. Didn't know. And so we're like, we have a good time at this spot. Let's check out another one. Let's see. There's 2 of them that we're kind of interested in. Let's check out the other one and see what's going on. Now, this one was like, if the first one, if we went from trashy redneck to classy desert country. So we're still like have a country vibe to it. There's like country dancing going on, country music going on, but everybody decided that they were going to be a decent human being, dress up a little bit, and they're going to party here. The Handlebar, I believe, is what it was. So we went from Dirty Dogs out to the Handlebar. And I spot one of my idols almost, or just a very awesome person to see for me. Again, come from Missouri. I used to be a St. Louis Rams fan until the Rams left. They went to LA. I didn't follow them here, but we ended up in the same spot, but I'm still not over it. But I used to be a Rams fan. Kurt Warner is in this bar. And nobody else really kind of like, it's not a big like sports group kind of guys that we're with, you know. Most of them are from Boston, even, not really like, they're like an East Coast kind of group that we got going on. And this man is huge. I didn't think Kurt Warner was that big, but I keep looking over and I'm like, I think that's Kurt Warner, man. I'm pretty sure. We're in Arizona. He played for the Cardinals. I think he chills out here. It would make sense if that was Kurt Warner. Plus, the size of this guy, he is 2 of anyone else in this bar. Just a massive man. And he's aging. You think people like shrink when they age. I don't think he's shrinking. I think he's doing like the Arnold thing. And he's just still huge. And I was like, it's got to be him. It's got to be him. But I'm not going to go over, you know, my friends are ruining the dance floor at this point. Not for them. They're having a great time. But anybody who was serious country dancing is kind of staying away from the rest of us because we just rolled in like 15 deep, and we're just flailing our arms around in the corner of this dance floor. So I'm not, yeah. I'm going to let the man be. I'm going to let him enjoy his night. But that was pretty cool. Learning lots here. Learning lots that Arizona is country AF in the northern parts of it. Cool. Dirty dogs. Doggy style. Handlebar, baby. We're doing it. Next day, Saturday. Rough one. We got in Thursday night. So Thursday night was a thing. We did golf all day on Friday and then came back and played games. And then we explored our little town that we were in. So it's kind of a lot for a 35-year-old male who's not really in shape. I like a sedentary lifestyle. I'll go climb a mountain every now and then. But this is getting physically taxing, and we're kind of only at the halfway point here. So getting a little worried for my overall health. But we hit some paintball on Saturday morning. Now, we're all kind of in like the 30 to 30, like mid 30 range, early 30s, mid 30s. That's kind of where we're at. And I just explained the adventures that we've had so far. So now we wake up and paintball is at, it's like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning is when we paintball. Not an opportunity to sleep in or really rest up before then. I'm in jeans. I'm in a t-shirt. I actually have like a zip-up hoodie style jacket on because I've been hit with a paintball before. It's not very fun. It doesn't feel good. I'll say that. And so I'm trying to wear some like looser clothing and something with a little bit of padding to kind of absorb the impact of a paintball gun. Needless to say, I'm not in like breathable clothing, and we're in the middle of the desert. We got to drive out to this place in the middle of the desert. It's pretty hot already, and they've got one cooler with those little triangle cups that you pull down that you get half a mouthful of water each time you fill that up. So we're hydrated, we're feeling great, and we're wearing the right breathable clothing. Wrong. We are sweating. We're hurting. We're old. It's a little early for the activities we've been going through. There's no breeze whatsoever coming through anything. And now we're watching like a 10-minute video on how to not be an idiot with a paintball gun, because you have to do that before you go through. Go through all the safety stuff, and then you enter this zone where you cannot take off your mask. You're not quite in the zone of competition yet, but we enter this area where your mask has to stay on. I can't breathe. I am almost hyperventilating in the middle of the desert inside of this mask. I feel like Darth Vader. And oh man. Oh, I should know it. The actor's name's Adam Driver when he's down by the lava. Tisk. I feel like I guess it is Darth Vader. Anakin. Whatever, dude. I'm him down by the lava. I'm in lava and I'm in Darth Vader's mask. That's what you need. That's the feeling you need to get. And we're just like trying to take deep breaths, but like it's this muggy air that's coming out and it's not ventilating. So every breath we take in is just like the extra air that we had breathed out in the previous breath. And it's in this humid, hot capsule surrounding in your face. It's just surrounded by it. And it's got this foam that sticks around your eyes and like under your eyes, right, to keep it from fogging up. But that's just trapping in the heat. And so you're just sitting, you can feel your cheeks getting red and everything is sweating. And you don't even know if you're going to make it to even shoot off the first paintball because you're dying before you even get there, man. It is intense. It's like Navy SEAL training, and I don't need that just to rapid fire some paint from Lowe's. Suck it up, dude. Suck it up. We're here to play paintball. It's going to be freaking awesome. Get your shit together, man. Be a man. Be an athlete. Be an adult. You got this. Let's go. So we do get it going. We pick teams. We spread out. The horn sounds off. I sprint to the first obstacle that I think is going to be great to be behind. This is a good spot. I eyeballed it out. This is going to be sick. I sprint to it. I don't even look around. It's like this blue barrel. I can't even look around to see what's going on. I have to catch my breath. This was like 15, 20 yards max. And I just used all my energy just trying to get to a decent spot. Next thing I hear, just pelts hitting the side of the barrel. Somebody spotted me, man. I'm yelling out, I got two over here. Two on the left side. Two on the left side. Building, like trying to call out the ops. How many people there are and where exactly are they? There's two people on the left side by a building. I'm communicating here. I played Call of Duty twice. We need to figure out a game plan. I get crickets back. Nobody's answering me. Two on the left by the building. Two on the left. Pop out for some. You just see there's no accuracy. So these balls of paint are just flying high right, flying high left, flying low left, hitting the dirt. Oh, sweet. I've got no accuracy with this and I'm way too far away. But while I'm throw a couple up, get some shelter. Throw a couple up, get some shelter. That's my move right now. And I'm popping off different sides, right? You don't know where I'm going to pop out. I can't make it predictable. That's how you get a paintball to the face. Pop down, left side. Pop down, right side. Pop down, up top again. And I'm just cornered. I say, screw this, man. I didn't come here to hide behind a barrel. I can't be a coward. It's a paintball. Man up. Just trying to pull myself, whatever I can tell myself just to get going, man. Play some paintball. Be an athlete. Get out there. You're an animal. So I am an animal. And I do pop out. And I've got two guys on the left and two guys in front of me. And I'm like, I think that I can run past. I think I can run and I can pelt these guys over here in front of me and then swing around and grab the ones to the side. Hindsight, it should have been the other way. I run out. As I'm running. John Wick style, baby. Snag one of the dudes that's in front of me. Swerve to my left. Start shooting. Nope. All of a sudden, leg gets pelted inside a knee. Pelted. Spleen on the backside. Pelted. I'm out. Thank God I wore that jacket. I'm dying, but that spleen shot would have got me. Throw on the little cap to the barrel. Hands are up. We're heading to the edge. And then old bachelor boy, he sees me run, so I guess he's got the same idea. Wearing a white t-shirt, maybe shorts, maybe pants. I don't know what he had on underneath. The main thing is it was the thinnest white t-shirt I've ever seen. Runs out in the middle and in slow motion, just like any action movie where the guy sacrifices himself, just gets lit up all in the chest. And it's just nails him like 4 to 6 times. He's trying to put his hands up and say that he's out. But every time he goes to say something, he gets hit again. So it's just can't even, he's like, because he's trying to shield his body because he's wearing the thinnest white t-shirt I've ever seen. Bachelor boy gets lit up. That was the highlight for me. I just wanted to see that go down. And that little sucker, man, like we would play another game, go back to the main place, take off the mask. Finally, Jesus, for the love of God, let my face breathe. You know, take about 4 shots of water, go back out to the area, masks are on, we're dying again, play another game. And I don't know what it is, but every time I was out, I'd head to the side, throw my hands up, and then I would see Bachelor boy out there, and somehow he's always in the middle between me and the other team. So the other team's trying to shoot him. I'm on the side, and stray paintballs are coming my way when I'm already out. And I'm all, hey, I go, get away from me. Don't be next to me. Get on the other side. Like push him back in. Like, screw off, man. I'm trying to like be over here and not get shot. I've already got shot. I don't want to get shot again. Another time I went out there, this communication on our team was just non-existent. So I'm like spreading a game plan before, okay? I think we should have 2 over here. We should have 2 over here. Maybe somebody go in the middle. The other team every time has gained so much ground right off the start that we've just been pinned back in our own corner. So I'm like, we need to get out there. We need to stretch the field. We need to get it going. I sprint. Find a spot. Look around. Nobody on my team is around me, man. I'm the target because I was the first one out there. Everybody saw me where I went, and so I've got just bullets coming from every direction. I can't sustain this. I gotta fall back. Pop down. Pop down. Different side. Pop, 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 pop. And now I'm like, okay, it's time to run. We gotta fall back. There's nothing going on. Paintball guns behind me, and I'm just running. I'm spraying. No, just tagged, dude. Tagged. So I was on the maybe won once. Probably played 6 games. Our team won once. So winners. But it was a hell of a time, man. We really did have a good time. We got back, and we're all dead. Like, we need nutrition in our bodies. We need water. There's a big thing now. It's a packet. It's like a hydration packet. If you do it, you know what I'm talking about. Basically like a packet of electrolytes that people take for either like before they drink, after they drink. I don't know what it is. There's for some reason a V is coming to my mind, but that's it. That's all I got. Anyway, a little hydration packet. You could call it a little Gatorade thing, but it's not even a Gatorade. So we're downing those. We're getting some food in us. We're chilling. And then this is the big night. Well, we hit Topgolf. Didn't we hit Topgolf? Yeah. We hit Topgolf at some point. Forgot about that. Did a little Topgolfing. I tried to explain the story. There was like a bachelorette party going on. And if you guys haven't noticed, I don't have a filter. Bachelorette party going on. Like, we just got done doing Topgolf, having another day, having a good time. My buddy did a Venmo thing where he's like, hey, it's my bachelor party. Buy me a beer. Put his Venmo out there. We ended up with like $500 of just all these people just sending in a little bit, just took a little bit, whatever. It paid for our whole Topgolf experience, food and bevies included, which is absolutely fan. That's just a nice little tidbit. If you ever have like a party, if it's your birthday, if it's your bachelor or bachelorette party, throw your Venmo information out there online and just get free money. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. So we get done with Topgolf. A bachelorette party takes over our same bay. And I'm like, yeah, let's get the bachelorette a shot. Just, send her off. We're having a good time. We want to share that energy, share that love. Hope you guys have a good time. Congratulations, kind of a deal. And I'm trying to explain where the hell we went the night before, and I'm just getting it wrong, man. I was like, I was like, ladies, hey, congratulations. You guys want a shot? And I was like, yeah, we just got in town. We went out last night. Went to a place called Doggy Style, and I was like, no, that's not what it was. That's what was written on their ass. And then just crashing and burning any kind of like normal conversation. These girls are like mortified at just how I'm acting and the things that I'm saying. So we keep it short and brief. We head out I'm like, get me out of here at this point. Like, it's time for me to go. Head out of Topgolf. Time to go out on the town, baby. We're going to Scottsdale, like downtown. This is where the parties are at. And it's all like bachelor, bachelorette. That's kind of like a Nashville style thing. And we see a car that has nobody in it that is driving around. It exists. I'm not sure how. They are self-driving vehicles without any person in any seat. We're letting things fly around, 30, 40 miles an hour. 45, 50. I don't know. There's got to be. Hopefully there's a cap on it. I don't want to see a self-driving robot going down the highway doing 75 or 80. That's terrifying. That is a moving missile on the highway, man. So hopefully it's not doing anything like that. But there are vehicles out there driving themselves. I thought it was like a Google Maps kind of a thing. So I was, I showed it a nipple. See if I could end up on the street with the guy with a nip showing. Because you know how you go down, sometimes you get just ridiculous views. If you're on the street view on Google Maps or anything like that, you'll see something going on that's absolutely crazy. I was just going to see if you were ever checking that intersection, if you would see my nipple. Harmless. Love it. That's just good, clean fun. Those exist. We hit these all kinds of bars, man. Hit the strip, the main strip. I don't know. It was a great time. And then ended up like at another little dive bar where we just had an entire corner. And it was just a dance party. It's just a bunch of dudes dancing with dudes, having a good time, not caring at all, drinking warm beer out of some tub that they just grabbed. It was like an ice tub behind the bar, just tossing us warm beer, overpaying for those tiny little shots that are in like the medicine caps. Absolutely packed to the brim. Everybody's sweating. Not an ounce of air conditioning is going on. And we're just sweaty boys dancing with some sweaty boys, baby, out in the desert. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Head home, man. It's time to go home. Sunday was like the last day, and we're all shells of our previous selves. We're hanging around. We're watching movies. We're not moving a lot. Some people headed out on Sunday. Others headed out on Monday. I was part of the Monday crew. Tried to crack a can, and I got 2 sips in and wanted no part of it. Sunday was a full day of aqua for your boy. Aqua? Agua. I mean, they're both... You get it either way, but it's agua. Whatever, dude. I'm drinking water. I'm trying to be a responsible human being. I didn't want to be responsible the first 3 days. The 4th day, I didn't have a choice by my own health. If I wanted to get out of Arizona alive, I needed to drink some water. So we just chilled, man. Played some more pickleball every now and then. Nothing crazy. The laziest pickleball ever. More cornhole. It was definitely a bags kind of day, but that was if you could get off the couch. And then by the time Monday came around, and my buddy, by the way, that I'm rooming with, is like I'm drinking water and barely making it, sleeping on an actual bed. My buddy's sleeping in an air mattress taco for 4 days. Like the air mattress, there wasn't enough space on the floor for the air mattress to be fully inflated and expanded. And so it ended up being taco style. And he was the main protein found in that mattress taco. So I don't know how he was doing that, but come Monday when it's time to go home, I mean, my stuff was already packed. Just pick me up off the floor and toss me in a vehicle. And I'll give myself a little shout out. It's not much because we've gone to Vegas multiple times and we've done these other trips, and somehow I have not driven at all on any of these. Usually I'm like. Usually I'm hurting. It's either like no sleep the night before or a big night the night before, or by the end of it, like I'm dead and you don't want me behind the wheel. Like that's not good for anybody. But since Sunday was a water day, I cashed in, man. I said, I'll drive, guys. Don't worry about it. We got some Starbucks before we hit the road, filled up on gas. And it was a straight shot, man. We did 6 hours without stopping. Just get us back home. And we did it, baby. We did it. And so, it's a lovely celebration out in the desert. I had a good time. We spent some time with family, with the brother coming in town. One of my buddies is getting married. So we celebrated him and got to meet his friends. And we all had a good time. And then I had another one of my friends who's actually getting married, has a wedding out in New York City, baby. Nah, I don't need to talk about that. Next, I will talk about the wedding. I'll talk about the wedding. So I come back from the bachelor party and I've got about a week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've got a little bit of time until I've got to fly out to New York City for this wedding. Now, this is what I understand. Wedding in New York, got it. No problem. But it wasn't actually in New York City. It was upstate New York. And there's like these 3 towns. There's like Kingston, Woodstock, and then Saugerties, I believe is how you say it. But it's all like the Woodstock area. Like this is where people went for Woodstock, which is pretty freaking cool. Just, the Airbnb that we stayed at had like records that were still on the sleeves by the record player and like, posters and stuff on the wall that were like framed about Woodstock and different concerts and everything that had been out there. So it was really, really cool. I love that stuff. I'm a long-haired hippie dippie dude, baby. So fill me up with that kind of thing. But the logistics, I'm a planner. I like to plan things. I come from event management and planning. I usually plan like every day that I have. I usually plan my week. I plan my month. I plan my day. And the logistics of this were stressing me out a teensy bit. I had to let go because I can get to New York City, but I don't know how I'm getting an hour and a half north of New York City. Am I renting a car? Am I driving with a buddy? Is somebody else driving that I can hitch a ride with that's going to this wedding? So lots going on. I said, I'm not going to worry about it. I will figure it out. I'll figure it out, man. Somehow, some way, technology is there. Friends are there. I'll be able to get a car or something at the very least. We're going to make it happen. I fly out, get in on Thursday. Wait a second before we even get there. Actually, we're trying to get there, and it's kind of a rough start. First of all, no sleep the night before, so I just laying in bed, closing my eyes, like better sleep. You should sleep. You got to sleep. You're flying tomorrow. You should sleep. Just that going on in my head. And that kind of stuff, just random noises that your brain just makes, and you can't even keep up with like the thoughts that are going on. It's just like rapid fire, crazy, just stuff just bouncing around in your skull. So that was going on the night before, but we make it. We get to the airport, get the first flight in. That makes me happy. Got to go catch the second flight. Now, I had a morning coffee. I did not have the second part of my morning coffee, which is my morning bathroom break. Cool. Got a little layover in Dallas. No problem. I'll go to use the bathroom here. I go to use the bathroom in Dallas at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. I hop in a stall that just looks absolutely inviting. And as I'm sitting down, I notice that something's not quite right. I sit down and the colors in my peripheral change. Usually there's like a full solid wall in the stall, right? Usually on both sides and in front of you. You're kind of boxed in. That's what a stall is. When I sit down and the colors change on my peripheral, nailed it. Red flag. So I look over to see what it is. The guy in the other stall also looks over at the same time because there's a window between the two stalls. There's a hole. I can see this man. We make eye contact. We're both sitting down trying to poop in an airport. Have you ever made eye contact with another human being while you're trying to poop? I tell you what, I found out that I don't poop. I found out that it's just not going to happen for me in that time or in that space. Once eye contact has been made with another man while you're trying to poop, that poop is done. It doesn't exist anymore. It's sucked right back up in you. And you know how that is. You just got to wait it out until it decides that it's ready again. What had happened in this stall is just no structure whatsoever. Not even like a window with glass, just a hole, just an open hole. We could have shaken hands if we wanted to. Could have reached out and tickled him a little bit. The possibilities are endless. Somehow I end up in a glory hole situation at the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't on my itinerary for the day. So it turns out that it's where the toilet seat covers go, like the little paper things that you can put down over the toilet seat. So, I don't know, your butt's not touching somebody else's butt. I never use them. Whatever, man. I'll wipe it down real quick before, but I don't want that sticking to my butt. So that there's a dispenser for those that's supposed to be in that space that was smashed down. And so as soon as I sit down, colors are on my left, not supposed to be there. Look over, eye contact is made with Gerald over there in the next stall, and I immediately just perk right up and out of view. Huh? Process what's going on. And I just decide that I'm just going to lean back and I'm going to try. I'm just going to lean back where we're not looking at each other and try to finish this business. And then I just hear this crinkling paper and freaking Gerald's trying to put the paper up to create a barrier so we can't see each other, and he does a pretty good job at it. I just lean back, eyes forward, wait till the crinkling and the job is done, and then I look over to inspect the work. It was pretty good work. Can't see each other. There's a little corner, small corner, where I can see through, but like not at each other. At that point, it's like the front of the stall because the angle's off, whatever. But it's still not going to happen. Now I'm in this situation where it's like a waiting game. Do I keep trying? Are they going to be done soon? So I can really give it my all. How's this going to play out? So I sit around for a while and I'm just like, yo, dude, just not my time. I need to get out and get back to the terminal because my flight's going to leave anyway. Solid effort, just not in the cards for this time in my life. And I go back back to the gate. And as soon as I get there, they've changed the gate on me. My flight's been delayed twice, and they've changed the gate. So Dallas-Fort Worth is a pretty large airport, and I think I started on the A side, and they wanted me to go to the C side. And then by the time that I get back out there, now it's back at the A side. So I've got to go back to where I started from to get on my plane. Wait, I'm just, still, I can't. That's a lot. What happened in the stall is a lot to process, and then you want to switch things up on me like that when I'm trying to get to a flight. Now I got to poop again because I'm nervous that I'm not going to make it. Thanks, but I don't have time because I got to go make it. So thanks, Dallas, Fort Worth, and American Airlines. We hit the plane. We get into Queens. We get into New York City. We go meet up with a buddy, go grab something to eat. Grab a couple drinks while we're out there and call it a night, nice and easy. No big deal. Next day, Friday, we wake up. I want to go to Central Park. That was the place that I got to like 2 years ago when I went to go visit for the first time. So this is only my second time in New York. So I want to go see Central Park because by the time we got there last time, it was like dark and didn't really get to see it. Awesome. Me and my friend, we walk around like two lovers in a park, and it's beautiful. It's a great day. A little overcast, but the sun's shining. Nice weather. Can't complain. Huge park. Knew it was big, but like a Friday afternoon. Now, I know it's not like Friday after work or a Saturday or a Sunday, but big park. Everybody had plenty of space. As many people are in New York City, everyone still had a lot of space. Might be different on the weekend. I thought it was charming and nice. Got to see some old bridges, an old castle, an old cabin. I got to see a lady try to pet a snapping turtle. Idiot. You're not coming back with that finger. I'll tell you that. But I watched. I didn't say anything. I was going to see what happened because I'm here for the entertainment. Didn't happen. She walked away with all limbs, unfortunately. And then we made our way down to Little Italy in Chinatown because I Googled. I like the big like gangster mob movies type stuff. So I wanted to go where the mob, the New York Mafia, the mob. I wanted to go and like check that out, man. And turns out that like Little Italy in Chinatown is in the 5 Points, which was basically what the movie Gangs of New York was surrounded around. Like that was the location where the 5 Points, and you had these different gangs that were fighting over territory and stuff like that. So even like way back then, we've got the 5 Points and Little Italy and Chinatown, and this is where like the mafia and the mob and the bosses, the big guys would run the crime. Love that. I just love that history. I don't know why. Big thing when I went to Chicago, I went to like Al Capone's grave to like see that stuff, and wanted to like walk around in the historical parts where the mafia ran shit. I don't know why. I love it. So we're in Little Italy. We're eating Italian. Well, New York Italian. I'm from New York. A chicken parmigiana. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. So we find a spot and we sit down. We're eating just some bread. No big deal, right? It's just like the appetizer that comes around. And then it's like in New York, it's like so compact. Like there's so many things. It's like restaurant next to 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 restaurant. Outside, people are kind of like advertising their restaurant, talking about their menu, trying to get you to come into theirs because there's so many restaurants right next to you. So we're on this block of just nothing but Italian restaurants. Just eating it up, just loving the atmosphere, loving where we are. Eating the bread, having that come through, and I swear that this guy is still in the mafia, the mob. I don't know what the difference is, but I swear that I saw two made men walking down. One of them looked like he could have been like a grandpa. And then he was walking what looked like could be his dad. So there's an older gentleman and then an even older gentleman that's using a walker. And he's coming down and he is singing a cappella style, old Italian songs in Italian in Little Italy while I'm eating my bread and calamari. And I got the garlic bread. And we're just in this singing and it just... whatever, like going down and just singing it so casual. And then he walks by a guy who's standing outside one of the restaurants and he shakes his hand as he's walking by. And I'm like, they're in business together. It's New York Italian. Oh, it fires me up, man. Eating lobster ravioli. Homemade pasta, homemade sauce. The cheese on the garlic bread was just so good. It was just cheese, but it was so flavorful. It was melting inside your mouth. It was cooked just right. The calamari was lightly breaded. It wasn't very chewy. It wasn't crunchy. It's just lightly breaded, fresh, good calamari. The sauce that you were dipping it in was good sauce. We're in New York, Italia. Oh, man, that was awesome. I said, this is freaking great. I love the food. I love the people. I love that we just saw shit go down. Like, they're definitely in the same, like, they're in the same mob, in the same mafia, maybe part of the family. The guy walking, the guy singing, and the guy that he shook his hand. This is New York. Italia, chica parmigiana. Woo, that was pretty freaking cool. I said, this is awesome. I want to continue this experience. We got to go get some gelato. We walk in this spot that has gelato, but they don't have just gelato. It's like strawberry shortcake. There's cannolis. There's chocolate-covered cannolis. It's just a huge, like, pastry candy shop thing going on here. Raspberry gelato, strawberry gelato, pistachio, espresso, all these flavors of gelato, all these different, and then it was like they had a restaurant part of it too. It's almost like a cheesecake factory for Italians in New York. Man, that was really cool for me. I really, really enjoyed that, and the whole time, and so we grab our gelato. Just perfect. It's just like a perfect little, cap to the lunch that we just had and being there and just in that atmosphere. And we're walking back and you walk through Chinatown and Chinatown is just as vibrant, man. It's like the real Chinatown. There's Chinatown out in LA, but it's not like the real Chinatown. Like this is the real Chinatown. There's like ducks and things hanging, like all the meat and stuff is hanging in the windows. All the shops have windows and they're selling their stuff right out the window. It's like a big, you just window shop all the way down. The lanterns and lights and everything that are hanging over, and the people that are running around, they got carts and stuff, and they're buying these animals and this produce and everything. Like it's just like an open market kind of a feel. The energy, the people, it's vibrant. It's fantastic. So that was really, really cool for me. I really enjoyed that part of town. And then we had to get our crap together because we got to go, right? We're driving out Friday night. We got to drive upstate. So it turns out that the buddy that I was staying with, one of his buddies was going up there, but they were taking their van and then they had a car. So we were driving the car. So we hop in the car and we get on up there and we get to Woodstock. And we're hanging out for a little bit, settle in. There's a dog there, so I'm happy. Me and this dog Nugget. He's a long-haired. He's a big fella. Like if he was like a black lab and maybe like an Australian shepherd kind of mix, something like that. They told me, I quickly forgot. Doesn't matter. He's cute. So me and Nugget are making friends. We're best of friends. And get up the next day, and it's wedding day, man. It's wedding day, so we go in, and we're setting up. I'm on, we're setting up, and then there's limited parking. So me and my buddy I'm staying with, we're on parking patrol. There's 2 parking lots, and it's very important because people can't get blocked in because like the family, the people with kids, like they're all going to leave early. And, like anybody who's a little older, whatever, like they're all parking in the main lot at the main house that we're having the wedding at. And then everybody else that's young and sprightly or doesn't matter, you guys got to go down to parking lot B. Everybody matters, I'm just saying. And so I'm on parking lot A. I'm on VIP, baby. And my buddy's on parking lot B. Somebody comes up. I'm like, oh, you're not on the list, my friend. Yeah, this is just for, close family, people that are leaving early. We've got another parking lot, no problem. It's just right down the road. You'll see Kyle. Kyle's down there. He's going to help you. So that car goes down to the other lot. And then what do I see? I see the people that were driving the car and Kyle coming back. He parked one car. An abandoned ship. I'm like, hey, man, no, we got it. Me, structured, organized, follow the rules most of the time. I'm not a huge fan of rules, but this is my buddy's wedding, and I'll be damned if anybody's going to park up here that isn't supposed to. So my buddy parks one car and he quits. And he comes back up and he's just hanging out. And I'm like, oh, well, hey, bud. It'll be fine. This is the guy that told me just to get the tickets, just show up. It'll be fine. We'll figure everything out, how we're getting up here. We operate very differently, and I love him. So we have a good time at the wedding. We're hanging out. The food was great. A little bartender action. It's outside. It's in upstate New York. It's a beautiful day. It got the wooded. It's like very secluded. So you have the woods, and I'm like, man, very hippie dippie Woodstock, upstate New York. This is a cool experience. I haven't experienced this before. The ceremony goes on. It's lovely. Vows are great. They're just speaking from the heart. You can tell that they just mean, the other person means so much to the other person, right? Tell that the bride means so much to the groom, that the groom means so much to the bride. It's just a wedding of love, which is beautiful. I start tearing up a little bit. Whether we're in the desert and I'm hyperventilating, or we're in upstate New York, and I got some tears rolling down. Suck it up. Be a man. The advice is always the same. Hold yourself together, Clayton. Hold yourself together. Because I'm like second row. I can't be over here like bawling my eyes out. I'm trying to be strong for my friend who's getting married. I don't want him bawling his eyes out. Be strong. That was beautiful. Be strong. Ceremony's great, right? And afterwards, we'll clear out the dance floor. Well, we clear out, like it turns into a dance floor. We get this set up, and then I'm meeting everybody. I don't know anybody at this wedding. I know 2 people. I know the guy. 3 people, 4 people. I know 4 people at this wedding. I know the guy getting married. I know the buddy that I'm staying with. I know one of their friends because I met him last time. And then I know another friend because I met him when the guy getting married came to LA and we all hung out. So I know 4 people at this wedding. I met his now wife once, briefly. Wouldn't say I know her. Not going to count it. So I'm meeting all their friends and everything, which is really, really cool. People, some French. You had some British people there. There were these 2 dudes that were like 6'6". I don't know where exactly they were from. They were like Hungarian, Bulgarian, something like that. Like, just had no clue what they were saying the whole time. Just loud, freedom, beer, yes, good time, more, yes, freedom. It was just like, I think that's the only words that I could pick out. Like beer, good time, yes. Just giant guys just having a good time, man. Everybody's just having a hell of a time, dude. And so it was so much fun. It's so great, like, meeting other people. I got a little kid waving in my window right now. Cute. Talking about weddings and love, and that's what comes out of love and weddings is babies. Full circle. Let's go. Also got to meet my buddy's baby because I haven't met him before. And so that was a new thing. So that was really, really cool. Turns in, and then all of a sudden it's like, everything's done. And then it turns into this like house EDM DJ party. It's like it's a smaller wedding. There's only like 30, 40, maybe 50 people there. And like two of the guys that we're rolling with are DJs. So next thing I know, it's just, and they're all feeling it. Everybody's out on the dance floor. We're having a good time, man. This is not usually my jam, but, I'm here to have a good time. I'm always down for a good time. So whatever the vibe is, like I'm jumping into it. I'm a chameleon. And I just, morph to whatever's going on, man. I'm here for it. I'm a yes man. Let's go. Just dancing, whatever, having a good time. This goes on for hours. It goes on for hours, man, and there are people that are still feeling it, feeling the vibe. My buddy is one of them. So the guy that got married and me, we're like hanging out in the back. We're like, my upper body's moving. Arms might come up every now and then. I go, dude, I've been dancing for hours, but like the last hour, like my feet have not left the ground. Like my knees are bobbing, but I'm just exhausted where I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm here to have fun. I'm not going to be the guy who doesn't have fun with all these people that I don't know. So I'm going to keep dancing because I'm a fun guy and having a good time. It's just like you're just... When's this party going to end, man? Really feeling the fatigue. And then my other guy's just front row, just just still going. How does he do it? Both me and the groom just ready to leave. We got to wind this down, man. We got to find a way to get him out of here. Because we can't. I'm so tired. I love you so much, but I'm so tired, man. But you just keep it going. You keep it going because I haven't seen these guys in like 2 years. And the guy who's getting married is a childhood friend. And there aren't many childhood friends. I'm talking like preschool, like pre-K, all the way through high school, all the way through college. We even talked about living together like after college. Like he was down in Miami. He was between like New York and Miami, and he was out in LA for a little bit. And I was always trying to catch up to him. But like my life just kind of had a different path. And so we never got there. But I mean, you hold on to those friendships, man. Like that is something special. That is so special to have a childhood friend or just somebody that you've known or cared about for that long. And so, man, I am here to help. However, I am here to dance for however long. Man, I'm here to do whatever. And so we just had a good time, just loving on each other, man. Reminiscing on old memories and making new ones. And just really sharing that love, dude. And it was really, really cool, man. It was really, really cool. And then, Disco Dan over there, my buddy who just loves to dance and can't get enough. Same guy who's like, just, get out to New York. We'll worry about the rides and stuff like that. All of our Airbnbs for this are like 10, 15 minutes away and we're kind of spread out. It's country, it's not city. It's not like things stacked around. So you got to, kind of find an Airbnb for yourself. And we don't have a car. We're kind of at the mercy of everyone else. And I'm like, hey, Kyle, how we getting home? Don't worry about it, man. We'll figure it out. Come on, man. I'm not about, I have, so at this point, like my bus, I have to, we do planes, trains, and automobiles on the way back home. I'm leaving, like my ride out of town, like to my flight leaves at 10 a.m. It's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't have time to relax and we'll figure it out. First of all, I've got to get to a town that's like 20 minutes away to get to the bus that's going to take me into the city. So I got to figure that out too. I can't miss the bus. I got to figure out a ride. There are things that it'll be fine, dude. Just relax. Dude. Okay, man, I don't have a choice. You got me on this one. I don't have a choice but to relax, so I'm going to. He's right. He was right. The whole weekend, it worked out. No worries whatsoever. We get back to the place. I get maybe 2 hours of sleep. We get up. We drive to the next town. I catch a bus from Kingston, so a bus from upstate New York into Manhattan. It's a 2-hour bus ride. Went through the Lincoln Tunnel. Didn't know what it was. Had to Google it. I just knew that we were going through a tunnel. And then I knew that we were still going through a tunnel. And then I look around and we're still in a tunnel. And I said, hey, what? This seems kind of long. Seems kind of like a long tunnel. Usually tunnels are fairly quick. This has to be something. Get out the old Google machine. It's a Lincoln Tunnel. It's the Lincoln Tunnel, for those that you don't know, is a 1.5 mile long tunnel, 1.5 miles of a tunnel that goes under the Hudson River. That's kind of wild. Going under a river, a tunnel built under a river. That's wild. 1.5 miles long. How would you even do that? Do you just start? Because I feel like you just start digging and you know that it's there. So you just how far down do you know to go? I'm thinking about the technology that they had probably when this tunnel was built. There's probably no sonar things going on, because you can do a sonar deal over the ground and it'll tell you how deep things are or whatever. I don't think that existed. So I'm wondering how this thing was. Fascinating. Didn't look it up. Just wondering. Thoughts that I have in my head. Right. So 20-minute drive into Kingston, and then which is upstate New York, and then a 2-hour bus ride from Kingston to Manhattan. Now, here's where I planned to get an Uber, but an Uber was $75. And in New York, you ride the rail or metro or whatever. So I said, I think I can figure this out. 2-hour bus ride from Kingston to Manhattan, and then took a train from Manhattan into Queens, and then an Uber from Queens to LaGuardia Airport, and then a plane from LaGuardia down to Dallas-Fort Worth. Had a little layover, another plane from Dallas into Burbank, California, and then an Uber from Burbank, California to where I live, which is also Burbank, California. So we did a bus to a train to an Uber to a plane to another plane to an Uber to home. It was a 13-hour travel day on Sunday. Which would have been fine if everybody else would have gone home, but people were staying an extra day and hanging out at the pool. So all these new friends that I made that were freaking awesome, shout out to all new friends in New York City. All the friends that I made are just hanging out, but not me. Huge FOMO, traveling 13 hours across country. And I do it all over again because I love my friends. Man. When was that? That was this past Sunday. And then I had 3 days. And like I said, I watched John Wick and did some fantasy football things that don't matter and laid around. And I ate a huge feast from Taco Bell last night. I had the steak grilled cheese burrito. I had a beef supreme chalupa, a cheesy gordita crunch, and 12 Cinnabon delights. That is what I did with my 3 days off. It's been a whirlwind. It's been crazy. The action does not stop. I am working this weekend. I have next week working that weekend, and then the following week. So really about a week and a half from now, I'm flying back home for a week for the 4th of July. So we have another adventure coming up. Life continues to be full of surprises, full of, opportunities to meet new people in the Dallas-Fort Worth bathroom stall. So I hope that you find creative ways. I hope that life brings you creative ways to meet new people, to cherish old friendships, make new ones, take care of yourself, Take care of each other, because that's going to do it for us on Last Week, This Week. Brought to you by your boy, Clayton Hill. Planes, trains, automobiles, baby. Like, comment, subscribe. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TikTok. I'm on all the internets, baby. It's been great to have another episode. We'll probably see you guys after the 4th of July. I'm going to wait till after my little trip, but we'll see you guys next time. Like I said, man, embrace life. Love yourself. Love your neighbor, baby. Let's go. We'll see you next time, y'all. Peace.